The Curse Fate has another 2 add-ons that were made in the past couple days, and I'm going to show them both in one vid. Is that an SCP? I mean, it's a target, which I can hit, which is a good enough thing for me. So the 2 curse techniques that were added are projection sorcery. Well, I guess I'll show them one at a time. Projection sorcery is the first one though, which is really cool. It's actually really well made. Oh yeah, that doesn't work on targets. I'll come over and show it on this guy, on this nightmare. So with projection sorcery, it's all based around iframes and impacts, it seems like. Well, most of the skills seem to be iframes. Or just do insane damage and blow back while you're using it. But actually reading what each of the individual skills do, the first skill is you're supposed to do a close teleport anytime you're next to an enemy and they take damage, and you're supposed to be iframed when it's active. Like that. I was iframed for a second, and I did damage to it. Damn, that slime didn't even have kids. I just eradicated a bloodline. Kinda hype. But yeah, and cool thing is, this skill, the description for the mod page doesn't say it, but this skill actually does have a chantable version. If you chant and then use it, it just does that. Acts like a high-speed punch. Well, that's not working. The second skill, you become invisible, leaving a trail behind and doing a barrage move. At the end of it, you come out with a punch. Yeah, that's about what this is. And if you're wondering how much damage it does, the answer is a lot. Forgive the terrain. Yeah, the answer is a lot of damage. The cooldowns are insanely short on this too. Most of them are under. The third skill is a low cooldown dash skill, so it doesn't do any damage. It's just a dash, which, to be honest, that is really helpful. All these add-ons so far seem to have at least one just pure mobility skill. I have my cooldowns turned off, but the cooldown is only like 7 seconds, if even that. I probably should expand that. The fourth skill is a short-range dash. It doesn't go anywhere if you try to use it for mobility. Well, not very far at least. But if you use it as actually an attack, it goes fairly far. You just dash and turn anything on your way into a frame. Which is really helpful for clearing out areas of enemies. Cough, cough. Times. Fifth skill is... Ooh, this one's very interesting. So with the fifth skill, you just kind of run continuously. And every couple seconds you got this little thing. When you come out of it, you do a really big damage punch. You aren't iframed during that, obviously, but... And the sixth skill is probably the most broken. I think I have to wait a little bit for my curse energy to come back. Probably be enough. So, it's just an AoE frame attack for anyone within domain range. So it has the same range as domain, it's just an AoE that turns anyone into a frame. And if an enemy is like put inside of a frame, they can't move. They take damage. They take more damage while they're stuck in a frame. So they're stunned and they're vulnerable. And they can't use their moves and they can't move. So that's going to be really busted against players, especially. To be honest, would almost be nice if something like Heavenly Restriction was immune to this. I know it wasn't, but like, it'd be nice. But yeah, it's basically a domain equivalent because custom domains can't really be made yet, to my understanding. But that's all of projection sorcery, and I don't believe any of the skills had any other chantable. Yeah, no. I mean, some of them seem to do more damage if you chant them. Actually, the dash changes. Hold on. Let me like. Yeah, that built it up. Okay. If you chant to the dash, it turns into a 2-part dash, and in between it, it does a little AoE. That's nice. Now let's try. Okay, just the same thing. And I do remember chanting the ultimate does not change anything, and flow doesn't affect any of these moves. Alright, I'm gonna move on to the next curse technique now. And the next curse technique is Kashimo's Mythical Beast Amber. Not mentioning that, again, in the show, like, for those who are gonna go, actually, Kashimo doesn't use his curse technique. First off, this is for a character that currently, as of right now, is manga spoilers, I think. I don't actually know when he's introduced. But he's kind of a goat. He's a reincarnated sorcerer who's the strongest of his own age, yada yada. So he has a special type of curse energy nature, where his curse energy nature takes on electric properties, and almost his entire fighting set is just that. In fact, while he does have a curse technique, and again, further spoilers, while he does have a curse technique, his curse technique is straight up just, it's like it's a Dragon Ball-esque, well, it doesn't really look Dragon Ball, it's just like an anime transformation. It's a transformation skill that makes him super powerful, but in turn, when it ends, it kills him. So he basically never uses it, which means he got to the strongest in his era without even using a curse technique. Just manipulating his curse energy nature, which is pretty fucking cool. But yeah, this curse technique is just going to use his obvious attacks he's known for, which aren't necessarily to do with his actual curse technique. But they're really, really fucking good. They're really fucking good skills. So, for starters, and sadly for both these add-ons, they don't care about the Curse Fate World Destruction game rule. They just destroy shit anyway. The first skill is really cool. It's a kick. And yeah, you do knock your opponent back down on that up kick. That shit looks clean as fuck. Just those slimes will never live that long. What about Willow? She might. If I, like, weaken myself. Oh. Well, I've been wrong before. But yeah, it's a very pretty fucking, like, spinning kick. That is really strong. And I do believe it changes if you, Oh yeah, it has an air variant. So if you use it in air, you just kind of dash forward and do damage. Allegedly, the description says it's not working right now, but to be honest, just kind of like a forward kick seems to be working pretty well, in my opinion. And I'll check real quick for a flow for it, because I don't remember. Yeah, it doesn't really have a flow variant. Or a... It does not have a chant variant either. But nonetheless, we'll move on to the next one, which the second skill is a projectile. I remember this. So it doesn't matter whether you use it in the air or on the ground, but it's a... I would make the joke and say it's hollow purple, but that's kind of in poor taste, I think. But yeah, it's a basically a key blast. It seems have much shorter range than it actually does, and it does insane block destruction. In fact, if I could kind of like point it upwards, I want to see if I can see the damage numbers on these dummies. I didn't realize it was like a cannon. So let's just go forward. God, I could have fun mobbing that shit. Willow catch! I try to get... Oh, maybe a little bit too far. Perfect. But yeah, that's an incredibly destructive skill. I think it only has 7 seconds on its cooldown too. The third skill is pretty simplistic. It's just a dash. If I remember correctly, it also has about 7 seconds. Like, all the cooldowns on this are really low. Not so low you can do this in my game. So that'd be kind of cool if you could. If you, like, chanted it, it gave you it for free. Since it's just a mobility skill, I don't think it does damage. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, but you're kind of iframed during it. That right? It moved so fast they couldn't hit me. The fourth skill here is going to be a good looking one too. Kind of run through people and cut with electricity. It's a lot like the, what the fuck is that? It's a lot like the Sukuna, like, Cleave Barrage skill, but faster. I think it does comparable damage too, actually. Let me see. Yeah, like 20. Yeah, it's probably just a copy and paste of it, honestly, but I still like it, and it does have a maximum output version if you charge it up, it says, while flowing. So, let's see if we flow it. Here, let's go fight that Froglin thing. Looks like it came out of hell. This thing looks like a real curse. Yeah! I am not even entirely sure what I just saw, but shit, that looked good. Let's see if I can chant it and it becomes something else. Nice. I think it's dead. But yeah, that was the fourth ability. Just about all done. Basically, you get like a Going Freak style punch with it. I'm not sure if Kashimo used that in the manga. I kind of skipped most of his fights. I shouldn't have. That's a sin, and I will go back and reread it, but... Where'd my target dummy go? Forgetting I have a dash. Alright, the fifth ability... Oh, I don't need a flow for this. I'm gonna need a volunteer. You, sir, will not work. But you will. So for the fifth ability, it's actually a counter. If you aim it right, it does a good bit of damage. It kind of looks like it has like a dismantle kind of animation. But yeah, that's all it is. It's just a counter. Flowing and enchanting, it won't do anything different. I've tried. Trust me. Trust the Carfax. And if you don't... I mean, it might have done more, but it still just worked the same. Unfortunate. The final skill, though, is probably the most impressive. I'm gonna wait till I have a little bit more curse energy. The final skill is actually using Mythical Beast Amber. You take on like the Mythical Beast Amber form, or the like half form of it, and it gives you insane buffs to all your attacks. All still the same attacks, none of the attacks change. Oh, I'm out of curse energy, sad. But yeah, none of your things change, and the Mythical Beast Amber itself won't actually end until the like resistance to the combat passes, and I'm gonna kill that thing. Bro's got bedrock aimbot. Who's got old aimbot? I'm a sorcerer from another age. But yeah, so once all the combat potion effects end, you'll actually end up getting a bunch of negative effects, like weakness 3, mining fatigue 3, slowness 3, wit, like a bunch of negative effects aimed towards killing you. And to my like understanding off just eyeballing it, you can probably survive it if you're max JJK level and you just eat like a golden apple or 2 health potions. That's probably all you really need to survive it. Well, also to just not be hit during it. You are incredibly vulnerable afterwards. It's not a guaranteed death sentence like it is in the show, or in the manga. But it is dangerous. But yeah, that is the 2 new add-ons for JJK Cursed Fate. I love seeing new add-ons for this, because this is my favorite JJK mod right now. I just love the VFX, the particles, the effects of everything. And it feels like generally closer to a more Minecraft aesthetic for JJK that I really appreciate and enjoy. And the add-ons so far, they're not up to the same quality in my opinion of the main mod obviously, but they're definitely close. Like they're definitely good enough to be added. Which is why I'm definitely adding almost every one of these ones that I've seen, because they're all great. That being said, I would recommend to any potential mod creators, any add-on creators who are trying to look to make an add-on for Cursed Fate, unless it's one you specifically or someone you care about want to use. Obviously, like, I'm not trying to control you, but I'm gonna say maybe stray away from direct, oh yeah, there's the negative effects, 103, yeah. Maybe stray a little bit away from direct, like, JJK curse techniques or ones that are almost definitely going to be added. Like, do smaller ones like the Miracles curse technique or something. Or hell, even kind of non-canon ones. I still really want to see a add-on for Curse Fate with curse techniques based off of like the original Minecraft horrors. Give me the Herobrine curse technique. Give me the Wither. Give me the End Dragon. I feel like there's a very old creepypasta in Minecraft I'm missing. I don't know. Aside from Herobrine. But nah. Like, I would love to see, like, homages to various Minecraft-related shit in it. As well. I would say, oh, give me curse techniques based off other anime characters. I never think that should be a thing, to be honest. I think those should be, like, reserved for their own anime-related mods. But inspirations off either, like, Minecraft curses or real-world curses from various areas that haven't been added into JJK as curse techniques, as long as it's, like, creative, I think that'd be really awesome. Like, I still like Wither Rose for its theme. I think that was really, really cool. Well, I've talked well over long enough, more so than anyone needed to hear. So, have fun.